Good evening, Meticulous Moments audience. Thank you so much for joining us for this special Christmas edition. Here at the Meticulous Moments podcast, we facilitate community upliftment through leadership development. And I am super blessed to be joined by my wonderful friend, Rico No Suave, this evening. How are you, Rico?
I am great. How you doing?
I am doing so well. I am so super blessed to know you. And I'm just happy to be here with you. How was your day?
My day was good. I mean, it's, of course, the time difference from where you're at versus to where I am. I feel like I need to be where you're at because I want to end my day and just relax.
I'm sure you do. And, the time zones are so amazing. I still find myself when I work with Pacific time and Central Time and Eastern Standard Time, you'd think I'd know by now the difference in hours, but I constantly find myself Googling what is CST time now, just to remind myself. So it's a process. But for me, it's 8:30 p.m. in the evening. What's the time where you at?
Yeah, so when we're Central Time, man, it's just when you look at the difference between where you guys are at, it's like, man, you have to adjust accordingly, but you want to be cognizant of like, hey, 7:00 my time is really in the morning, your time. So I have to be like, okay, if we want to do something, I want to make sure it's around your time, so.
Thank you so much. I became a night owl. Since I started, working with other time zones, I rather work in the afternoon and evenings because then I get to see all my wonderful friends. And it's such a blessing to be here with you. And you and I discussed, doing something for Christmas, something special to really kind of talk about our gratitude for the year that has passed. Christmas is a time for giving. Christmas is a time for reflecting. And I saw something, and I didn't know that you had this upcoming event. When we talked about this, I didn't know. But I saw a live of yours, and you were talking about the fact that you alone, by yourself, cooked for 80 homeless people.
Yes.
A Christmas dinner. Please share with us more about that.
Sure. So, I won't give you the whole detail, but what I will tell you is that it's a very humbling experience. So, I was approached by an organization called SLC, South Loop Community Organization, here in Chicago. And they actually have different events for the homeless. And the cool thing about it is they always keep the homeless active. And it can range from, guys in their 20s all the way up to, older age, elderly as well. So they actually have something that they do every week, every Sunday. And of course, when holidays come, they kind of skip days as well. So every Sunday they have something. So in this case, the holidays, of course, fall, for them, which was yesterday, right? For us, right? So it was good that they asked us, my Cooking with Rico show, to actually cook for the homeless and make it a holiday party because that's something special that they look forward to. So, I did that. And, I would have to say, 90% of the people were happy. 10% was kind of like, hey, well, I like the food, but, I wanted a specific way and things like that. And I was okay with that, but the whole organization, I was very happy, blessed to actually be able to, cook. And the experience of cooking by yourself for 80 people, in your own kitchen it will be as if you needed an assembly line, right? You really need an assembly line for something like that. But, music with good, drinks of Red Bull or anything like that to be able to keep you going, it really puts you into the cause of why you're doing it. So I was very happy to be able to do this as far as for the homeless. They were grateful too. They were hugging me. And they were giving me high fives and then, thank you, Chef Rico. And I was like, thank you so much. And it's like, we really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for doing this. They were very grateful and humble people, and I think that's because of life itself, and even when I spoke with them on a microphone, I mentioned to them, I appreciate them and I appreciate them being a VIP of eating my food. So, doesn't matter as far as if you're homeless or not, no matter what type of situation you're going through, when someone is cooking for you, you are that VIP. You know, you are, how can I say it? You are someone that we're grateful of to be able to, you know, at least do something special for you. So, yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. You know,
Thank
since I met you, I know that you have a very big heart, and I know that you love people.
I do.
And even more so, you love what you do, because I follow you on social media, and
Thank you.
I see how you know, you're just so happy and open when you cook, and you're so happy and open when you're emceeing and everything that you're involved in. I just feel that energy. I feel that joy. And you really, you know, I really feel that that kind of goes over into the food that you know, present, and it goes over into the shows that you produce, in everything that you do. And, you know, to me, to see that you are busy cooking for 80 people on your own, doing that for the holidays, it shows me that this is not something that you just do once a year. I know you're a person that really gets involved with a lot of people and a lot of projects. You're always out there giving to people. You're always out there uplifting them, building them up. And when you mentioned that you were asked to take the mic and to speak to the crowd, I think I commented that you were born to speak, because that comes so naturally to us. Just tell us more about your speaking and your cooking, and, you know, how you just enjoy it. What happens to you when you do that? How do you feel?
It depends on the crowd that you're connecting with. And in this case, the one lady that I was speaking to, well, I was on the mic, and everybody, all of the homeless people, like, turned like this. Like, they all turned. As soon as I said hello, they all turned, because they were looking forward to me talking. And when I was speaking to them, I told them I was very humbled. I was I was passionate in regards to being there, because to be able to cook for them, I let them know that they were the VIPs, and you guys are special to me. And I told them they are special to me, even though I don't know them personally, but they're special to me because of the food that they're eating is a connection to me in regards to making sure that they're happy. And I think also, most of the time when people are cooking, and sometimes, you know, when you're cooking for like maybe a private party and you ask, hey, so what do you want on the menu? Right? I have these selections. What would you like? Oh, okay. I would like this, 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 and this. Okay, great. I came up with my own menu, because I think for the homeless, they only give them something simple to eat. What I did was I took it outside of the box, and I gave them something like a Caribbean type food for them to be able to eat, for them to be able to enjoy, but also to be able to give them flashbacks as well too, to be like, man, I remember eating this before at this restaurant. Now that they're so used to just eating the same exact thing, to be able to give them something on the outside that it mattered to me, right? So what I cooked for them was with this kind of a Caribbean chicken. It was sazon with onion powder, and it was a rub that I actually, you know, let sit for a little bit, and then I actually cooked that in olive oil. And what I did was, when I'm searing it, I actually seared it, but also make sure that it's cooked all the way through. And then I also made this rice, which is a Portuguese rice, with a little bit of a Japanese Chinese flavor. And it was so good. It was so good. It has coconut milk in it.
My mouth is watering.
Yeah, and then what I did was I topped it off with cheese, and I made sure that I broiled it to make sure you get that nice little crust, that crust on top from the cheese. And then I just made regular string beans. I had the regular string beans that I bought out the store, and I just put that together because I wanted to make sure it was simple enough for them to be able to enjoy as well. So when I made that, everybody's like, oh my God, this looks delicious. This looks awesome. And it was one of the ladies that was in the audience. She just blurted out, "You are a blessing. You are a bright light. Thank you so much." Like, and it just, wow. I get the chills just by talking about it. I get the chills just by talking about it. So it was good. Their reaction, people came up to me, hugged me, gave me like dap, you know, they would dap for me like this, give me a fist pump, and people shook my hand, and guys came over, started talking to me, because I told them, I am here for you. I am in the kitchen. So if something is wrong or we need something else, I'm going to cook for you continuously in the kitchen for you. And that's exactly.
I love it. And you know what I see? I see you treating people with dignity. And that's something that I've always told. I've preached about it over the last 15 years. I've taught my youth groups because I start young with them so that they learn these principles. I always say, I have rubbed shoulders with the great. I have been in the most beautiful buildings at the most important events. But, I put on the same smile and I give the same warm hug to the person I find in the shopping mall who's mopping the floor. And I walk to them and I say, thank you for keeping this mall clean.
Yeah.
Because now I want to shop here. If you didn't do this so well, I would have to travel all the way across town. It would take me time. It would take me effort. But because you are here, I want to be here as well. And I see that in you. You made the homeless feel like VIPs.
Yeah.
That's priceless.
Yeah.
And that's sending out a signal out there, Rico. It's showing people what you stand for.
Yes, exactly. And I think that's the image that naturally that we should have. Not faking it, but naturally. Naturally is something that you want to be able to do it. I tell people, if you don't take the challenge, then you don't know what you're made of. If you take the challenge, and let's just say if you failed, it's a lesson learned. You took the challenge to be able to at least make someone happy.
Yes.
Right. And me being that person, I take that one little bit of, if something is wrong, I take that as a fail, but as a lesson learned, I actually say, how can I make it better? I want to make it better right then and there. I don't want to make it better like a week down the line.
Not tomorrow.
No, right now. Right now, let's do this now. And I took one of the homeless people. His name is Joshua. Joshua stood up, and must have been just for me to go into that room. Joshua stood up and said, "Man, I can't eat this." I said, "Joshua, I'm sorry, what's your name?" I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "I can't eat this. Too pink." I said, "Okay, give me that. I'm taking it into the kitchen. I'm cooking it for you." I said, "Okay." I'm in there cooking. I come out and say, "Hey, Joshua, come in the kitchen with me." He comes in the kitchen and said, "I want you to take a look at this. You tell me what you think about this, right?
Yes.
And you let me know if this is good or not for you." I said, "Look in the pot. It's okay. It's not going to burn you." I said, "Look in the pot. Tell me what you think." And he says, "Okay, yeah, it's better now. It's better." I said, "Okay, no problem." Then another guy comes up. He was a homeless guy, but he came in a nice suit. He said, "Hey, can you cook this a little bit more for us?" I said, "Of course." Put that in the pan. I said, "All right, I got some butter here. All right, let me put that in the pan." Start seeing it up. He stood there. We had a conversation. In regards to stuff. I said, "How does this look?" He said, "Give me 2 more minutes." I said, "Okay, no problem." Flipped it over, made sure it was good. 2 more minutes. I said, "How does this look?" I said, "Okay." Took it out, put it on his plate. I said, "I want you to eat that right here. Don't go back and eat it. I want you to eat this right here. I want to see what your reaction is." He said, "Oh, this is good." He's like, "It's much better now." I'm like, "That's exactly what I want to do for you, sir." He said, "I want to make sure that you're live and doing this right now." And he said, "Man, thank you so much." And then at the end of the night, the organizer, Zoe, she said, people were very humbled by you actually going out of your way to actually do things to make them feel special. And we appreciate that. I'm like, that's what it's all about, man. It doesn't matter where you're from. That's what it's all about.
It doesn't matter. It's the fact that we're all there spreading love. And the gratitude that you expressed for being able to cook for them, that flowed over into their lives and they felt grateful for what you did for them.
Yeah.
And, being grateful is one of the most powerful things in the universe. The moment we are grateful, the moment we say thank you, that's the moment that the new doors open. Yes. And the opportunities come and we meet the most amazing people and we have the most amazing conversations. Look at the conversation you had in the kitchen with that beautiful man.
Yeah.
And that would have never happened, if you hadn't said, "Let me take it and fix this for you." So I want to ask you, what are you grateful for as we go into the Christmas season? What are some of the things you want to highlight?
There's so many things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my parents that I'm here on this earth.
Love it.
Rest in peace to my dad, but my mom is still here. But I'm grateful that I have my parents, that my father's still looking down on me and still whispering in my ear to keep going. Yeah. And my mom has always been encouraging me as well, too. My family and friends, And, I'm so happy. I have no kids, right? So I'm living a bachelor's life,
Not
but
yet.
it's, and I think it's just, I think it's just to the fact of being able to show that love of my
Mm,
talent. I'm so happy. I'm grateful because of the talents that I have to be able to connect the dots, to be able to use them, to be able to make the world better.
yes.
And not just the U.S. I'm talking about the world overall. As I connect with you, I'm grateful to make connections with people like yourself to be able
Thank
to have me show my talent, right? In order for me to make, you shine brighter. And that's what it's all
you.
about. But be able to make things happen. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? For the love. So, and that's what I'm grateful, I'm grateful for, this holiday season.
Wow. It's amazing how, the heart really shines through. And it's important that we talk about these
Yeah.
concepts because gratitude should be through the whole year, for every little thing. And I see it in everything that you do. I don't see you not being grateful and then in Christmas time you're grateful. I've been following you for a while since we connected and I see it just ciphering over to all the areas of your life. And, for me, I'm grateful for all the connections that I've made. Like you said,
Yeah.
all the wonderful people I've met across the globe. I'm grateful for people like you that take their time, their energy, their resources, and their effort and make a wonderful day happen for
Yeah.
80 people. And
Yeah.
I'm grateful for, life. The
Yeah.
fact that I can open my eyes every day and make a difference because I'm that type of person, Rico. When I open my eyes, I'm like, yes, I get to do something today. Oh, I get to do it. So I'm very energetic, and it's lovely for me to see just like what has happened over the last few months. I'm grateful for Meticulous. I've interviewed,
Yes.
I think it's almost 100 people now. I've met 100 new friends, and life is just beautiful. So I'm
Yeah.
so happy to do this for you, and I want you to tell the audience what you're busy with, how they can support you because
Sure.
I believe in what you do and I want to
Thank
put
you.
it out there that people, they have to see the greatness in you. And I know maybe someday you'll be cooking for your own family. We never know.
Exactly. I mean, one of the things about, that I'm grateful because of this show, that Meticulous Moments, it's very impactful. And, congratulations to you, in regards to interviewing a lot of people. 100 is a lot. And I know how that feels, right? Definitely know how that feels with having my talk show. So, but yes, if people want to follow me, if people want to, and I encourage you to make sure you get involved, man, get involved with me. So the Rico No Suave talk show is on Wednesday, CST time at 7 o'clock. So make sure you guys tune in, Facebook Live, YouTube, Mixcloud, Twitch. So I'm basically on all platforms with Roku, E360 TV. So I'm actually all over and I'm starting to blow up in regards to the streaming market, which is awesome. And big shout out to Beatrice Davis, my agent. She's been helping out a lot in regards to things that I have going on. So Instagram is another one that we're starting to do a lot of stuff on. So Rico No Suave show. If you go there, that's awesome. And then subscribe. Same thing with YouTube. My cooking show, of course. My cooking show. So the cooking show is good. Cooking with Rico show. You got to make sure you put the show on there because that's where you'll be able to find me on YouTube. That's my channel. And also Cooking with Rico show on Instagram. So you can definitely follow me there. And, hey, just enjoy, man. Enjoy and like what I'm doing and follow along with my recipes. It's amazing. So, and that's what, the talk show as well, too, for the cooking show, I'm starting to do cooking classes as well as cooking shows like cocktail hour. So if you have a cocktail hour at an event and you want to have a live cooking show, let's get it on. Let's do it. And, people can try out the food, but then it also helps me as far as grow. And then hosting events. I'm about to put up, as soon as we finish this, I'm about to put up a highlight reel of the fashion show with the calls that we actually did. Big shout out to my team for putting a highlight reel together. So I'm going to be putting that up on Facebook as well as on Instagram, so you guys can actually see exactly what we do as a talk show, to be able to come out to events and do after show live interviews, as well as kind of that red carpet type feel, as well as to be able to host the event as an MC. So yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, to the audience, I mean, I practice what I preach, and let me tell you, I specifically selected Rico to be one of my top 18 speakers at the Capital Connection Conference #2. I mean, there's only 18 spots, and I'm so happy that Rico is out there. I can't wait to have him on. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. We're going to follow you. We're going to network with you, and I believe in what you're doing. That you are only the second person in the whole universe that I'm going to say this to. There's only one other friend of mine that I've ever said this to, and I want to say this to you because I get that feeling. I want to say to you, Rico, you don't just bring the experience. You are the experience, and I'm just so proud of you. And I'm going to see one day. I'm just going to see everything, and it's starting now. I'm seeing how everything just explodes for you. Just multiplies phenomenally, and you are just all over the place, and you're just impacting lives on a big scale. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and thanks to you as well.
Thank you, Rico. Do you have any final words, any Christmas message you want to give the audience before we go?
Well, just, everyone, I want to wish you a great holiday season. If you're in the Caribbean or where it's warm already, I wish I was there with you, because it's cold here in Chicago. But everyone that celebrates the holidays in your own special way, enjoy it with your family and your friends, your loved ones, and just continue to give and just continue to spread that love. And even if you're having your downs, remember, go through your downs so you can be able to come up. So, and it's okay. That's part of life. So if you're actually down and you're depressed, don't worry about it. Depression is only the storm for the time being, in order for the sunrise to come up for you to be happy again. And you will be happy again, trust me. So enjoy the life that you have.
Amen to that, brother. In Chicago, I believe, or in New Jersey, they build snowmen for Christmas. Here in South Africa, we go to the beach.
Love. You can build a Sandman.
I'll build a Sandman and I'll send you a photo. So, Rico, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I really deeply appreciate you, and I can't wait for us, to start with our new project. And thank you so much for being so amazing.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Meticulous Moments. Yes, Juanita Cat, thank you so much for actually having me on the show. It was a great time.
Absolutely amazing. Have a wonderful Christmas, Rico. Merry Christmas to you.
Likewise, love. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Ciao.